Good morning. So, the BOGO for today has two amazing oils, ones that every home needs to have, and you can't do without. Especially once you've tried them, you'll totally get what I mean if you haven't tried them before. But I definitely want to talk first about peppermint, right? So, peppermint, I have this is my little oil bag. It keeps my top 10 in it for me. So this is my peppermint, which I think goes everywhere. That is always either in that bag. I have it spare in my other purse. I think I have peppermint kind of anywhere, where you can imagine, because it's so multi-purpose. So peppermint oil, it smells like Christmas, right? It smells like mint. And I'm going to give you tons of uses, and I'm going to even post later another video with just some great do-it-yourselfs. But peppermint oil is one, oh, I can smell it already. I'm just about to go for a run, as you can see. This is one of the ones that I use especially when I'm working out or running, and I'll just drop it in my hand before I go. Okay, so anytime in middle of the afternoon, if you're driving in the car and you're sleepy, right? You need to be awake. You just rub it in your hand. Don't get it into your eyes. It's a hot oil, cooling as well, and you just breathe it in. And it will wake you up. It will help give you focus and alertness. And really, it's the thing that you can't really live without throughout the day. This goes in our diffuser first thing in the morning. We homeschool. We need to get up earlier and get things going. My husband needs to get up early to get to the job site. So we just want our family up and at 'em, right, in the morning, so we're ready to go and to get those kids out the door. So that helps to get everybody up and alert and awake. So this is our morning oil for sure. Like I said, I use it before I go for a run, before I do a workout, because peppermint helps to increase oxygen. Okay, so when you have more oxygen, you're also more alert, but it also helps you last longer. So if you have a hard time getting out of bed, getting motivated, knowing you should get out and do your run or your exercise or whatever, you need something to get you going and wanting to be there. Peppermint is a great choice. You can blend it with citrus oils, which make you happy, right? So that's a great combo together. But peppermint, just again, so multi-purpose. If you're stuffy, right? If you just are a little congested feeling, you can again rub it on your chest. You can just breathe it in. You can put it in the diffuser to help just open things up again through the night so you have a better sleep. The other great thing is because it does help to just open those airways, it's another one that's good for seasonal stuff, to help clear the air in the diffuser, or again, just breathing it in yourself. The other lovely thing about peppermint is it's so good at helping focus. So again, that's that alertness, it's that oxygen to the brain. And so if you have just issues with that, with staying on task, with staying focused, or your children do, then peppermint would be a good option. And again, you can always put this on the soles of the feet too, because it travels in through our skin, into our bloodstream, and makes it all the way through our body in just about maybe 20 to 30 minutes max, right? So we're covered. So that's a great way to go with it. So that's just that. Then we're talking digestion. Most people think of peppermint tea to help after a meal. Well, peppermint oil does the same thing for your digestion. You would just dilute it because it is cooling, right? So like when you breathe, take a peppermint and you feel so cold in your mouth, same idea. So just dilute it when you're putting it right on the skin. Give it a rub, right? So it can help there. It can help with head tension or neck and muscle tension. You can just rub it up through the back of your neck. Again, just dilute it a bit. You can put it on the temples, but you want to make sure you keep it back from your eyes, because it'll make you teary. And then the other thing too with peppermint is because it has all these great properties, we also get the option of helping to cool us off. So like I said, it's cooling. So the lovely thing is you can put directly on, but you could also put it in a spray bottle of water. And for my lady friends, right, when we're getting into those years, I have to admit it, just about there, you can just spray yourself down with it. One thing I recommend, if it's something where you get hot waves throughout the day, is just start your day with a bit on your feet and a bit diluted on your chest, and it'll help you to feel cool, or a bit on the back of your neck, and it'll help you feel cool. If you need it in the moment, right, you just want to bring that temperature down, you can spray it on, or just again apply a little bit. For those of you who've had too much sun, right now, this goes in your spray. This is the most wonderful thing when you've had too much sun, and you know how miserable it is for kids, and that you can't lay down, you feel prickly, and everything's uncomfortable, it touches you. Put some peppermint. You can add a bit of lavender in a spray bottle. Spray yourself down. The worst areas, just put it on with a little, if you only have olive oil, it'll stain things, olive oil. But if you have some fractionated coconut oil, you can mix it in with it and just wipe it on those areas, and it won't stain your clothing or bed sheets or whatever. And it really soothes because it has that cooling effect. Other things right now, if you've been bit and you're itchy, peppermint helps with that itch because it has the tingle effect. So that helps to actually change up what we're feeling. So really great in a little afterbite roller bottle. So we're going to talk about all these things in a do-it-yourself later, but that's another thing. Have it on hand for any time this summer if you have some bites. The other thing too to consider, we talked about heat, but if you wake up in the night, or your child does, and you know that they're hot and you need to bring that down, peppermint can be diluted and run from the back of the neck right down the spine, right, to help to bring down the temperature of the body. And it can be reapplied as needed, which is awesome. What a nice, safe, natural way to help that happen and not put a toxic load in our liver with other things. So that's a great option. It can be put across the forehead, under armpits, just dilute it down well, and more diluted for younger kids. So just a drop or two in a tablespoon of a carrier oil. And then the other good thing with peppermint is it helps with cravings. So if you have a bit of a sweet tooth, take a drop of peppermint. So you can drink a drop in water. And again, this is only doTERRA oils, right? We know that these are safe for ingestion, but just a drop in a bit of water, or you can put it directly on your tongue. It will be hot and cool at the same time, but it will freshen your breath like nothing else. And just putting a little bit on your thumb and pressing it to the roof of your mouth will give you really nice fresh breath, but it also can get through and deal with any head tension, which is great too. And the other thing for fresh breath is you can just wash your mouth out with it, just gargle it. So a really good option as well. Now, the other thing that you might want to consider with peppermint is just anything that emotionally, where you feel like you're hindered and you just would like to get invigorated and at it, right? So kind of just that, you're putting something aside, or you're just not going to do that thing that you know needs to be done. Peppermint is your oil. Okay, so that's a really good one to know, because lots of us are procrastinators, or we get overwhelmed by something, we just can't get to it. Try peppermint. That could be a really good option for you. So I think there's even more, but I think that gives you a pretty good basis on peppermint and why it's so good. Consider this one today, because this is a great gift one, and wow, like for two of them for that price, it's an amazing thing. So this is a great gift option that anybody would appreciate and be able to do so much with. And you can just give them a little list of how awesome and how many uses that you could have for peppermint. The other thing that you want to consider is the tension blend, which is called PastTense. So this is our PastTense roller bottle. And it's great because it comes already in a roller, ready to go. Okay, PastTense is so good for head tension, like when it just won't go away, and you can literally just roll it on where you need it. And if you need it kind of up through the back, okay, anywhere like that. But anything that you think of as muscular tension, okay, so whether it's that you get tense up in your shoulders, if you have an arm that's tense, anything that you feel is like a spot where it just won't go away, right there, you know what I'm talking about? This is a great one to choose for that. PastTense is really, really good for anything that is like a muscle ache, a cramping kind of thing. So anything like that, if you end up with muscle aches or cramps, this is a good choice. Ladies, cramps, you know what I'm talking about? Great, put it right down nice and low. Go for it. So that's a good option. The other nice thing is, again, with this one is if you are somebody who forces yourself to have tension, so you tend to grit and carry here in your jaw, try this. And if you're someone who it's at night, try it before you go to bed and run it down around your jaw. Now, this is very strong scented. What's in it is wintergreen, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, cilantro, marjoram, Roman chamomile, basil, and rosemary. So you can hear those oils in there that help to soothe, right? And are really, really awesome at getting in deep to the muscle. So that's a good option. But it also is a strong scent. So if you want to keep it away from your nose, if you are somebody who doesn't like the scent, although many people love this one, but if you don't, again, put it on your feet. You don't have to put it on the area for it still to travel, right? So important to know that, but really important to be aware that this is just fantastic for anything that you think of as tension in any area. This is your go-to. And again, it's so convenient in the roller. You can throw it in your purse, take it with you anywhere. And again, the nice thing about these rollers is when it's gone, you can refill it, right? You can make your own blend and have this roller to be able to do that. So that's a nice option as well. So that's it for today. But I just wanted you to know, keep an eye. We're going to post another YouTube video on some great do-it-yourselves with Peppermint, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe.